watched my video from foggy London to sunny Jamaica, you already know the reason why I left the UK. And if you haven't watched it yet, you can just click on the top right-hand corner to watch it next. But even after over a decade, do you know the question that I keep getting asked?
Natalie, would you ever move back to the UK?
And in this video today, I'm going to answer that question honest and openly. And if you're wondering what life is like after you move to Jamaica, you need to watch the next video that I'm going to be dropping very soon. Now, this video is full of shifts and surprises, and it's the truth about what I wasn't really prepared for after life in Jamaica. I didn't expect this video to go viral. I was overwhelmed and extremely surprised, especially for my little small channel, but I'm so happy that it did. But what really stood out to me was the comments. It was the messages that were sent to me in WhatsApp or the DM messages. It was that emotional response and connection that I was never expecting. Natalie, you've inspired me to take that leap to move to Jamaica. Nat, I've always wanted to move to Jamaica. Thanks for sharing your video and your experience. What I realized, this isn't just about why I left the UK. It's also about what staying here and living in Jamaica has taught me. Have you ever made a move that changed you? Drop it in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts. These 4 moments hit hard and reshaped the way I saw life here. Did I miss the UK? Of course I did. I lived there for the first 32 years of my life. I went to school there, I went to uni there, my first job, I made lifelong friends there, and also I missed kebab and chips. So many memories. But then friends and family would tell me how they're burnt out, tired, stressed. Everything costs so much money and it's really cold there. I didn't miss the life. I missed the memories, and that's where the illusion broke. I remember saving for at least a year just to go to Jamaica at Christmas for 1 or 2 weeks. I now live in Jamaica. I don't have to wait to have my holiday in Jamaica where I can rest, recharge and relax. I can drive 15 minutes up into the hillside where I can connect with nature. I can drive 45 minutes on the motorway, and before you know it, I'm on the north coast. I'm sitting on the beach looking out at the Caribbean Sea. I'm swimming in the Caribbean Sea. I'm able to relax, reset and focus on my mental health. I'm sure you're already thinking,
Natalie, there's stress everywhere in the world, even in Jamaica.
Of course there's stress in Jamaica, but for me it was more about the fact that I had access to peace very easily and very quickly, and that to me is priceless. But living in paradise doesn't mean that every single thing works, and this part hit me the most and stressed me out the most. So let's talk about going to the bank in Jamaica. You may as well cancel the whole of your day. Make sure that your phone is fully charged, you've got your headphones, you've downloaded a couple of films and several shows, there's forms to fill in, there's delays, and then on top of that, you're asked to come back the next day. Now, yes, there are comfy chairs and the AC actually works, but to be honest, it took a global pandemic for things to move online. Like, I really believe that the banks could have done this a whole lot quicker. Now, I was so frustrated, but I had to stop and pause and say to myself, Natalie,
why are you frustrated? Do you know why you moved to Jamaica?
And that reminded me of the burnout, the stress, the freezing cold, how everything is expensive in the UK. Life in Jamaica isn't perfect, but for peace of mind, my mental health, and just being able to be in a Caribbean island where the weather is consistently warmth, it reminds me that I made the right decision every single time. Has there anything that's frustrated you in life, and then once you changed how you saw it, things changed for you? Drop it in the comments and let me know. And if you're enjoying this video and you're enjoying the personal stories that I've been sharing, and you want to know more about the highs and the lows of living in Jamaica, make sure you hit subscribe. I never thought that I would launch not one, but 2 call centers in Kingston, Jamaica. I never thought that I would live in Montego Bay or live in Kingston, but look where I'm living now. When I was deciding to move to Jamaica, people were saying,
Natalie, you can't live in Montego Bay. It's full of scammers. You can't live in Kingston. That is the most dangerous place to live in Jamaica.
I still decided to move. It was the right decision for me, not for other people. Last year, I left the corporate world, and it was a big change for me. By leaving the corporate world though, I was able to start my own business, earn passive income, and I help people transform their lives, both personally and professionally, with tools for freedom, growth, and a real purpose. What I built here, folks, isn't just a lifestyle, it's income. It's passive income while I sleep. It's peace that I didn't know, and it's freedom that I never would have found in the UK. And if you'd like to know how I was able to earn passive income while I sleep through my website, watch this video that's coming on screen right now. This is the first part of a 3-part story. Everything is linked in the description below. I talk about the fact that I've built something from scratch that's my own. I built a life in Jamaica, but there's still a cost that no one really told me about, and it's the things that you leave behind. For me, it was the routine, it's the rhythm. I was always doing something, I always had to do something, and in some cases, it was the friendships and relationships. It was a quiet grief that creeped up on me, and I certainly wasn't expecting it. And in my next video, I'm gonna talk more about that, what it taught me, but what I went through in those dark times. Starting over, folks, taught me a few things. Belonging isn't a place. It's about who you're becoming and the life that you choose to build. People always ask me if I'd ever move back to the UK. And do you want to know my honest answer? I'm not the same woman that I was in 2012. I don't see life the same. I don't need the same things that I needed before to make me secure. Do I miss things in the United Kingdom? Of course I do. But would I move back? No. Because the life that I wanted is the life that I built here. Thank you for watching my video. I really hope it was helpful and insightful. What is your biggest key takeaway from what I talked about today? Drop it in the comments. I'd love to hear your voice. What part hit home for you? And if you haven't watched From Foggy London to Sunny Jamaica, Why I Left the UK, where it all began and where it all started, as I said, top right hand corner, you can click to watch next. And if you want to binge some more videos, if you want to get to know my life, the highs and the lows of living in Jamaica, you're thinking about relocating, I recommend that you watch my playlist, which tells you all of my experiences so far. Think of it like a guide to what you need to do next, what you need to avoid and be careful of when you're moving to Jamaica. The playlist is linked below in this video. If you enjoyed this video and you want to know what's coming up next, remember to subscribe. My next upcoming video is all about my life here after Jamaica. And if you've ever wondered what it's like to live here after you've moved to Jamaica, the next video is definitely for you. I talk to you about the shifts, the surprises, the highs, the lows, and the truth that no one ever prepared me for, and I'm gonna prepare you for that now. And if this video has connected with you and you know somebody that wants to move to Jamaica or that's already started their journey, share this video with them. It changed my life, and I hope it changes many other lives. Until next time, everybody, remember to learn, love, and live. Stay blessed.